Hey guys, it's Annabelle. So I just did a video on how I do play dates with 2 kids. And I had a question a long time ago on how to host a play date. Now, I have done videos on how to set up or start up play dates in your own community and how to get in touch with people and things like that. I've done videos on that in the past, but this is going to be on what I specifically do to host a play date. So I generally know who is going to be attending the play date. I know the families really well. I know the kids really well. And so hosting play dates now is just really simple. It's just thinking of an activity to do and just going from there, making sure I've got all my supplies and just doing it. But in the beginning, it was more difficult. So this is kind of how I started and how everything is now. So when you're going to host a play date, you first have to know the people who are coming, know if parents are coming, know if what kids are coming, the ages of the kids, and if they're brand new to your group, I just ask a little bit of questions dependent on whatever project or thing you're doing. Now, a play date at the park is a really easy thing to organize. You can do a play date with food or without food, with snacks, without snacks, and you kind of have to know your surroundings as well. There's local parks here that don't have water fountains. So if I am hosting a play date at a park that doesn't have water fountains, it's always a good idea to bring water just in case the other parents, moms or dads, don't think to bring water. If you are hitting your play date time close to a meal time, that can create problems. So you just kind of have to figure out what works best for the group of kids that you are doing the play date for. So there's play dates. We have a play date that meets every week where there's a huge range of kids. There are infants to I think the oldest is 9 years old. So that is a huge gap of ages for people or for kids. So those play dates, when it's my turn to host those, it's a little bit more difficult than if it's just a group of 3-year-olds or if it's just a group of 1-year-olds. It's all of your stuff has to be kind of geared towards the kids, and there's lots of problems that can arise at any time. You have parents that can be thinking that they're just going to drop their kids off at the play date, and then you're responsible for their kid. I do not belong to any play date groups anymore that does that, because it was just irritating, because then if the parents didn't show up to get their kids, you're responsible for that child, and you can't go anywhere, you don't have a car seat for the kid, and I've ran into lots of different issues that I'm just oh my gosh, that's never happening again, and it just makes the whole thing really stressful. If you can have everything planned out, and what I have found is over planning is always better than under planning. So I, as a host, make sure everyone who is coming knows the date, the time, and where. So we do host a lot of play dates at our house in the colder months of the year, and then I try to plan all of our play dates in the summertime outside of everyone's houses, either doing something with walking or running. There's a few moms that like to jog, so I try to gear my play dates towards people who like to do jogging and like to do walking, and just kind of around there, because you always get kind of a mix of people. Your kids can get along really well, but the parents might not get along at all. I've ran into that, and I've ran into the parents get along fabulously, but their kids just don't like each other, and so dealing with those situations is always kind of difficult. And I've seen and done it all. But Anyways, so like play dates now, what I do is, again, it's kind of like, we don't have like a formal like invitation kind of thing. Like we like text each other, like dates, times, place, and all of that kind of stuff. And then everyone who can come usually lets the person who's like hosting it come. There's been like, you can like co-host play dates. If you don't want to do everything for the play date and you want to like team up with somebody to do it, that works really well. We've also done play dates where every parent brings something, we've done like picnic play dates where everyone brings like one part of the food, like somebody brings a fruit, somebody brings a vegetable, someone brings a meat, someone brings a grain, someone brings a dairy. We've done it that way before to just kind of like teach our kids food groups, things like that. Anything can just turn into a play date. The cheapest play dates are some of the most fun ones, the ones where you just go to the park and it doesn't matter how old the kids are, they always have fun at the park. Ones that are more like age specific, like ones that I do for my son, have a lot of like doing hands-on things and things where they can get messy and just exploring and doing fun stuff. Things with my daughter is more like a learning type thing. If we do more stuff with like preschoolers age, like those play dates are more set up for like, oh, we're gonna do the letter Z today, and then we talk about all the things with the letter Z, and then I've given like the kids little zebra cakes before or whatever, like to like take home, and just to kind of just make something fun for them to do. Hosting is kind of intimidating if you're new to a group. I know when I first started, like I was very intimidated by the other parents who like seem to have all their stuff together, and you'll have parents that like can do anything and everything, like they do something extravagant every time. You have some parents that don't do anything, and so those play dates are a little bit boring, but there's always some dance or song that you can do to liven things up a little bit. But finding a group that you feel comfortable with is like very important, super important. Parents that you get along with, parents who parent the same way that you do. Obviously not everyone parents the same and things like that, but all of that goes into hosting playdates. Playdates just, like there's lots of stuff to it, and it's because it's like a social group. And so there's lots of stuff that goes into a social group. Planning events, like planning like meals or snacks or drinks or activities. There's just lots of stuff that goes into it. So if you have any like specific questions on how to host a play date that I didn't talk about, I know I did get kind of rambly here, so I do apologize. But if you have any specific questions on how to host a play date, just leave them below, and then I will either do another video or I'll just answer your question. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.